One of the things I love about homeschooling is freedom. There's days that sometimes we just need to go with the flow because life kind of gets backed up and busy. Hey everyone, so today is one of those days where we don't really have a schedule that we can go by because there's just a lot that needs to be done around the house and for school, and there's days that I can't just take days off and just sit down with the kids to do school, but that's okay. And we didn't follow our schedule today, and that's also okay. So what do we do on days where we just, you know, need to get a bunch done and following a schedule is not really practical? We just kind of go with the flow and we try to prioritize as we go. One of the things that I do on days like that is I will come in here in my office first thing in the morning after Matt leaves for work, bring a cup of coffee in here. I was looking for my mug. It's actually getting tea right now. I'll bring my cup of coffee in here and I'll start editing a video for that day, whether it be the one for that day or the day after, or, you know, just trying to keep up on videos. And that way I still feel peace of mind that I have prioritized something that I feel like I need to get done, and the kids get some time to sleep in and get some extra hours of sleep. They usually sleep really well, but every now and then I like to give them like a little extra sleep in the mornings. But then I let them sleep in until as late as they want. Usually I'm finishing up uploading by the time that they get up, and then we all go in the living room and have breakfast together. Right now we've got some stuff going on to where using the dining room is not really working right now because we're in the middle of renovating. Most of the dining room is off access right now. There's a little bit of room for the oldest two teens to work together. So as soon as we all woke up this morning, I finished in here, and then we went in the living room and watched Discovery Plus, watched the Magnolia channel, and ate breakfast together. Once that's finished, everybody basically starts their day. While the oldest two are staying inside and doing math together. It is fall in East Tennessee. Let me show you what our sky looks like this morning. That is our skyline this morning. Kind of rainy, but look at those beautiful leaves. This is why I love living here. Is that all that beautiful fall foliage. Honestly, some school days look like this. So currently right now what's going on in our house is I have two inside doing math together. I have a third one who's, I honestly don't know what subject she's doing. She's pretty self-dependent. And then I have one of my middle schoolers out here with me helping sweep up all these leaves and try to get our carport as clear as possible. Did you find maples?
I found a yellow maple.
Pretty.
Should have been red.
So this is kind of stage one of how we do it, is we just kind of work as we go and try to get stuff done as we can. So for right now, we're going to take time and try to clear the carport out of leaves. That is really cool. Carport pretty much done, so let's get front porch done. And here is the after. I love all my fall decor. It is after lunch now. So one of the other things I love about homeschooling is my oldest two teens are actually doing like a cooking class this year. For a lot of homeschool kids, they actually encourage them to do more life skill classes of their choice before they graduate, because a lot of these kids are either going to end up, you know, getting married and then having their own house, or they're going to be going to college, and some of them have to cook for themselves while they're at college. They won't be going necessarily to a college that provides meals for all 3 meals of the day. So I love that they get to pursue cooking a lot this year. We're working through like different recipes and things. But one of the things we did today was just pull out, it's the day before our shopping day. So we just pulled out some ingredients that we had on hand and pieced together a meal, and we ended up having chicken Alfredo with mixed vegetables, and it was really good. So what all of you all finished? You finished math.
Math, report. I'm about to be finished with biology, and I'm about to be finished with geography.
Geography? Geography.
Yeah.
This is so confusing, guys. I have a 10th grader in
Geometry.
geometry, and then I have a 10th grader in
Geography.
geography. That gets confused all the time in our house.
I literally, you can literally tell them. I learned it for the first month. I literally kept calling it geography, geometry.
They kept confusing it for the first month. One of the things that we do though on like at home days like today, where we're not like on a schedule of 9 a.m. we're all doing this, 10 a.m. we're all doing this. I let the oldest two, the high schoolers, kind of sit together, work back and forth together. One's in geometry and one's in pre-algebra. So usually they'll both work through the pre-algebra together, because it's also a new curriculum to both of them. So they'll work through the pre-algebra together. Then when they're both finished, you know, with the one that has to do pre-algebra and is turned in together, it's finished. Then the other one will switch over to geometry, while the first one switches over to either geography or switches to doing her reports for literature. One of them is taking it as an AP course, so she has a little more writing to do and reading to do than the other one does. But they still kind of like work both together. Now they have to turn in separate reports. They cannot write about the same thing. I do require that, even though they're both doing the same movies and same books. I require that they do separate themes for the reports. And sorry guys, I keep looking out the window because like this is my favorite time of year, and I love our view from our porch where you can see the oak and redbud trees turning colors right now. But also right now, while they're doing school after lunch and a little bit before lunch as well, we're working on this. Also, while she was making lunch, so on days that I'm like teaching her cooking or we're doing cooking together, I will actually like start doing dishes that we're behind on. And for some reason, 6 people, we have like 8 knives to use. If we do like pork loin or chicken breast for dinner, then like all the knives end up dirty all at one time. So that's like a lot of knives that had to be washed at once. But like so on busy days like today, when she's cooking, I'll be in the kitchen washing the dishes, and then sometimes we alternate, and then everybody's responsible for their own dishes after meals. Forgot to remind them of that after lunch, but that's okay. So also again today, because again our dining room's kind of off use right now for like a family meal right now. We all had lunch in the living room, and again, I love watching Magnolia Channel, especially like right now while we're doing home renovations. It's nice to have something that kind of like inspires you in different ways, and it's really fun. So I'm also working on laundry while we're finishing up a project that you may or may not have seen yet, but I think you should have, yeah, you would have already seen day 1 so far, but we're finishing up the kids' rooms on the renovation part today, hopefully, and we're trying to make this work in our house with the way that it is. So we're trying to get everything done, but like while they're doing that, I'm kind of in and out, because what I do is I will fold their laundry and I will hang their laundry, but they are responsible for putting it in their rooms, and then I have my laundry. And we're also, because during the home renovations, they all have, well, 3 out of 4 of them have new mattresses. One just got one last year, so it didn't need replaced yet. We ended up redoing or washing everybody's bedding at once. Take 4 teenagers and a tween and wash all the throw blankets, bedding, and all that at once. It was like 2 to 3 days of laundry of just that. And when you have 6 people and you don't do regular laundry every day, you get behind, which is why we have Mount Laundry today. So what I do with the younger ones that still need a little more help, or for like whenever they're doing math and stuff, they need more help, couch right here, which is why the laundry's right there. So if they need more additional help, I'll usually have them sit right here and do it with me. And then like on today, where it looks like it's about to rain, and the only downside of living in a rural East Tennessee area is sometimes when it rains and thunderstorms, we lose Wi-Fi. But I don't have to worry about that today, because half of our classes are online. And for my 7th grader who's using Night Zookeeper for her literature this year, if the internet goes out, I've got a backup plan. Because one of the great things about using Night Zookeeper for a literature program for elementary middle school is you get free worksheets in your email every single month with a different theme. So as you saw last month, we were able to take them while we were traveling to Chattanooga, and we did worksheets on nouns. This week it's on, or this month it's on verbs. And I'm so excited. I've actually already looked through this. I'm so excited to do it. I do use my double-sided printer, and I actually figured out how to actually print it right this time. But it all features Maji, which is one of her absolutely favorite characters from the book. But I love that on days where I don't have to be like, I no longer have to be like, oh no, the internet's down, what are we going to do for school? Because with Night Zookeeper, even though it's a virtual program, now we have these fun worksheets that she can also do with her work. Which, by the way, speaking of which, I guess you all have already noticed that they're the sponsor of today's video. But if you click the link in the description below, and the eye in the sky, if I can get it to link, sometimes it will, sometimes it won't, then you can also try Night Zookeeper for free for 7 days and get 50% off of a 1-year subscription. Plus, on top of that, guys, to be able to get worksheets like this, you have no idea how much these worksheets of this quality cost on websites like Teachers Pay Teachers for your kids to be able to use as supplement. But this isn't even supplement. This is right along with what she's learning in Night Zookeeper, and I absolutely love it. So don't forget to check out that link in the description below and in the cards up here to try it out for 7 days, see if you like it for your 6 through 12-year-old, and get the 50% off of an annual subscription. And again, don't forget to check your email every month so you can get those free worksheets. So while she's finishing up the AP English 2, Literature, Grammar, whatever we call it to get it a like, it's called different things. Sometimes it's called Grammar and Composition, sometimes it's called English 2. Anyways, while she's doing the AP report from The Hobbit, she is working on the Answers in Genesis Biology 101 and reviewing for their quiz tomorrow?
Yes.
Today? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
I don't remember.
Actually, I think it's Monday.
No, we never take the final unit test on Monday because it's every 3 weeks. I'll look back and see if it's this week or next week. But the funny thing is I have one in marine biology right now, and these two are actually on aquatic right now at the exact same time. It's so funny. So now, while these two are now finished with their rooms, they can focus back onto just their schoolwork for today, and then I can work with the oldest two to finish up their room that hopefully will be done by the end of the day, because then that'll be 2 things off our list for things to do, and then we can just focus on, like, 100% getting caught up on laundry and getting caught up on dishes. But they're both on, you both finished math, right? No, you were outside with me during math, but you are like the easy child for math. Like you're having a good year with math, right? So she'll finish fairly quickly. I usually don't have to worry about with her. And math is the one subject we don't mind, right? Tell them, we don't mind doing math year round, right?
Right.
Because if you do math year round, you remember it better. I think's what you said. Is that how you worded it? How did you tell it to me? You like doing math year round because...
I don't remember.
Yeah, she's the one that like asks to do math year round because I think you said because you remember it better. I think it's the word you used.
She can't stop doing math.
Yeah, this is the child who fusses if she doesn't have school year round.
When we were doing summer break, she was like, but math.
Yeah, so math is the one subject we don't mind doing year round. So if there's days where we just do minimal math and then we have to do more over the summer, plus also like deep winter is coming, like January when it's super freezing cold here in East Tennessee and we get snowed in and have nowhere to go, we can do math then. But for now, it is beautiful fall outside and I'm loving it. And I can stay in here and look at the beautiful fall trees while I fold Mount laundry. But I'm going to work on this while the teens finish up a couple things they want to do in their room without anybody in there and can just, I'm that way too, so you guys. Are you, okay, so there's 2 personalities. There's people who like, they do better if somebody's with them while they're cleaning, and then there's people that prefer to be alone while cleaning. Let me know in the comments which one you all are. I'm definitely a mix of both. Like, I can totally understand, hey, I need to just not be bothered right now and get it done and clean. But then there's times it's like, I need somebody else to be there with me to do it. And I think of like a lot of that though is like, especially when Matt and I are doing the office, we do the office together. But then like when I'm doing the living room and doing like final touch-up cleaning, I don't want anybody else in here. So it's kind of like a blend of the two. I'm going to let them do that touch-up cleaning by themselves alone right now while I work on laundry. I may come in every now and then and see how they're doing while I hang up their laundry. But just leave them to that. And then we're just going to keep working on this. But yeah, so honestly, like, I don't have to worry about, I don't want to make it sound like to you guys like, we don't care about school. But on days like today, right, it's okay to just let people do it at their own pace. And sometimes whenever we rearrange our days for our own pace, we're still getting school done, right? So you've got math. How's it going so far?
I just started the video.
Okay. Yeah, so Khan Academy, they watch a video first. He teaches with a digital blackboard, and then they do it. You're on the night zookeeper. Did you get your worksheets? You want to go get your worksheets off the printer? Did you know you don't actually have to do all those in one day? Like, you can actually spread those out to, like, the entire month. Do you want to do the first 2 worksheets today? Go get them. What did you say why you're super happy about this one? Because Maji is one of your favorites, or your favorite?
One of my favorites.
One of your favorites. Alright. So, the cool thing about these is she doesn't actually have to do all of them today. And, guys, so there's things on here that, like, there's fill in the blank things. What she doesn't know is that I have a parent edition of all of these that actually give me the answers to all of them, just in case she gets stuck and I don't know what we're doing either. But here is some reading and explaining what verbs are, and then today just do the Tusk Temple Trials worksheet, and then we'll save the rest of these for a travel day, okay? So Sarah has this book that we built. We had it hung a birdhouse like 2 or 3 years ago. Usually we get eastern bluebirds, but for some reason this season we're seeing birds come through that I've never seen come through this time of year. At least not like on our front porch. Hey Sarah.
Squirrel.
Yeah, there's also this really fat squirrel. Hey Sarah. You know what the 2 that are doing biology's next unit is? Aviary. Birds.
It just ran from one tree to the other.
Yep.
And
Whoa.
it has an orangish belly. Yes, you said that.
So sometimes also as an alternate science, instead of doing like book work, although I love the Good and the Beautiful because it's kind of really self-paced, and it still even has more days than like what we we have more science days than even what it has in it. There's days where I just, for science, especially for middle school, there's days for science that were just like when we were clearing the leaves today, she was identifying leaf parts. Or now we're sitting here watching birds while I'm folding laundry and Rebecca's doing Tennessee history, which I haven't got to talk about that yet. I want to talk about that soon whenever we get time. But she's doing her Tennessee history. So for science, I'm just letting her look out the window and identify the birds that we're seeing. And then watch the squirrel jump from the redbud tree over to the oak? Question mark?
Found it. We have... Is it this one? Yep.
No, it had stripes on its head.
Oh. Okay.
I love this book. So even on days when we start school super late, I usually try to finish by 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock right now. So what I'm going to be doing is just looking, and I use their transcripts, and I go through their transcript and just, you know, kind of check off what they did for that day and kind of take mental notes. And then I have them write down in their planners. So if on a school day they do, like Sarah did bird watching today instead of her marine biology lesson, which I'm totally okay with, then I'm gonna have her write in her planner that she did bird watching today, what species of bird she thinks she, you know, was watching and all that, and put that in her planner. And then her planner is kind of what I use to keep track of what she has and hasn't done. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is just going through their transcript, looking through what all they need to finish for the day so that we can basically call today done, finished, and just be completely done. So after going back and reviewing, we found out that the kids have an aquatics test today. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch their aquatics video back, or the kids, the 2 10th graders are gonna watch aquatics video, and we pop popcorn to go with it because we kind of need a snack to hold over from early lunch to late-ish dinner. So we're gonna sit down and watch aquatics and not eat popcorn during at least one part of the movie.